Welcome back friends. In the previous video we have completed our register route here. So register controller, we was working with register controller, and first of all we have implemented like how to register the user. Then we have saved the new user, and then we have generated the token, and now we have mentioned here like how we can send the email. So we have used Ethereal there. So Ethereal is a fake SMTP server. So this actually not send the email to the user, but we can preview the URL, preview the email using the URL from the Ethereal here. So if you want to create means really want to send the email, as I have previously said there, so you have to mention there here your Gmail ID and then Gmail password, and then here you have to use Gmail port, and then here will be the SMTP port of Gmail there. And so if you don't know how to send the email, then you can watch my previous video, and if you don't know how to register, then you also have to watch my previous two videos. So today in this part we are going to see how to create login here. So we are going to create the login controller, and we are going to create the login route, and we are going to log in the user, and then in the next video we will verify the email. So because first of all we need to log in the user, so then user will log in, and let's move forward. So before starting I want to say that, so if you are new to my channel then please subscribe my channel, and if you like this video then please like it and share this. This motivates me more to bring more tutorials like this. So now let's move forward. So here first of all we are going to create the controller, and that will be login controller. And login controller is here, and then it need request and then response. So same thing, and here we are going to use the code here. So just I'm going to simply console log the request dot body here. Now we have to pass it to this object here also, to this object, so that we can use this login controller in other file. So I'm going to copy this and saving this file, and let's move forward. So we don't need any send email, and we need the create token here, because whenever we will log in the user, then we have to generate the token with ID of the user and email of the user. Then here actually we don't need the user also. Then auth API is there. So here first of all we will create the API for register, login. So here will be login user API login, and here we have to first of all import the login controller, and it is importing from the same file in which previously there was register controller here, and instead of this register controller we are going to mention the login controller, and here the route will become like /API/user/login. So this route will be there, because in the server.js we are having API/auth, instead of user it will be auth here. So here we are having API/auth for authentication, and here this file is our auth API, and here we are having post request for login. So this will become like this, API/auth/login here. Now let's move forward and test this, if this our login API is correctly managed or not. If it will be good, then we will move forward to create the logic of login. So here first of all we have to run the server here. So for that I'm using npm run there. So it will start a nodemon for us. Then we will test our API, that if it is connected successfully or not. So our server is running, and our database should be connected also. So our database is connected. Now we can go to the Postman and here instead of register route we can write login. So because login route is there, and in the body we are going to pass only email and password here. Email and password. Now let's send this. We should get this body as a response here. Sorry, not a response. Actually we have did console log here. So here we are getting our body here. So we are getting our body. So this means that our auth controller, this auth is working successfully here. Now we have to apply some validations. So first of all, let's extract this email and password, and then let's apply some validations here. So here I'm going to cancel the request, and now let's move forward. So here I'm leaving the server up and running here. So I'm moving forward here. So let's first of all extract email and password. So I'm writing constant here. As this is an object, so I am extracting it from the object, and we are extracting email and password here from the request.body, because request.body is returning us this object. And now we have to apply the validation. So first of all, this will be the same validation. So this one, so I'm going to copy this. So let's copy this, and I'm going to paste it here, and it will be for email and password only. And here just I'm going to write invalid email or password, invalid email or password. So here now first of all we have to find that if this user really exists or not. So we have to find the old user. So I'm finding the old user, finding old user. So it will be like old user is equals to await, and here will be async. So because we are using await here, so that's why we have to write async here. And then here we are going to use user model, and we have imported the user model already. This one we are going to use this. So user dot find one, we are going to find using the email. So it will be like email. So email is there, and then if we will get the user. So if there will be not user, not old user, then we are going to send this response here. Same type of response we are going to send. Invalid email and password. Now if user is not there, so if the user is not there, we have sent the response here. Now if user is there, so if user is there, what we are going to do? So now we are going to compare the password here. So comparing passwords. To compare the password, first of all we are going to go to the documentation of bcrypt.js. So here I will tell you how you can compare the password, because in the MongoDB we have the hashed password, and that password is in the password field. So from the old user we are getting the password here. So here actually bcrypt is here, nothing is coming. So actually we are going to use bcrypt.compare. So let's go to its home page only. I don't know why this is not showing. So here we are going to compare the password like this. So this one, and so here will be our password that is sent by the user, and this will be the hashed password. So we are going to use this only. So I'm going to copy this, but we are going to use this as a async await function here. So here I'm going to use compare password. So that will be await, and we are going to bcrypt this. Actually here we don't need any this thing. Yeah, so here will be our password that is sent by the user, that will be the password, and here will be the hashed password. So I'm going to write like this, all user. So if the this will not run, so this condition will not true, then this means that all user is there, then we can fetch the password from that only. So all user dot password, and this password is hashed one. So here we will check if there is not compared password, means it will return true or false. So if this is false here, so if this is false, then we are going to return the same thing. So this means that this is having invalid password. So but we will return invalid email or password. We will not show to the user that email is wrong or password is wrong, but we are going to do like this, email or password is invalid. Then let's move forward. So here we have compared all the passwords here. So here, just for the sake, let's send any response here. So here first of all we have to generate the token, generate token with user info, but before that let's send the response here. So response.send, I'm going to send like it's all correct, to check that if our all validations are working or not. So for that we need database also. So let's wait for the database to be connected. Our server is connected. Now database should be connected. So database is connected successfully. Now let's go to the Postman, and here I'm using same thing, email and same password. So this user is present there. So when I'm going to click on send, so this should return us like all is working here. See that here we are getting all correct. Now I'm changing the password. So password is now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 only, and here we are getting invalid email or password here. So this means that our all validations are working here. Now let's see how we can generate the token and send the response to the user with token here. Now this is done correctly. Now first of all we have to generate the token. So let's generate the token. So I'm going to use here will be like token, and I'm going to use same like this thing that we have did in a register here, and here we have the token generator. So token generator is a function, and we have created a file to create a token here. So if you don't know about this, then please watch my previous video first. So this token will expire not in 7 days. Actually the 7 days are okay. So this token will also expire in 7 days. So I will go for that also. So let's paste this. So it is generating the token with email, and also we need ID here. So ID will be user ID, like we are getting from the old user dot underscore ID here. Now we have generated the token successfully. Now we will send the response to the user. So sending response. So now we will send the response here. So response we are going to send like response.send 200 to sorry, it will be status here. So status will be 200, and then we are going to JSON this. So JSON, and first of all here will be the our success. So success is there, success. So success will be true. So this means that user is logged in. It will be actually true here. Now we have to send the token here. So I'm going to send the token, and token will be the token here. So it is same like this, and then we are going to send the message, and it will be MSG only, and the message will be like you are logged in successfully. Just save this. Now we will test this now. Now this should return us the this response here with the token. So we should get the token also. So our database is running, and now let's go to the Postman and let's click on login here. So this password and username is same, means it is correct, email and password. So let's waiting for the response. I think we should not get any error. Actually we are getting one error, new user is not defined. So we are getting new user. So actually here will be the old user. Instead of new user, this will be the old user. So now this is up and running, and let's try again. Click on send. Now we should get a response here. So see that here we are getting the response, that is success is true. Then we are getting the token, and here we are getting you are logged in successfully. Now we have implemented the login functionality successfully here. Just now our two things are pending. First of all, we have to verify the user, and then there is a forgot password that we will also implement. Forgot password route will be there, verification route will be there. So I think these two things only we want, and then there will be the token checking. So we have to create a middleware, so that middleware will check the token. So whenever we need that file, like that middleware somewhere, like we have to we have to restrict that route. So we will restrict the home route here. So for that we need, otherwise we don't need that also. So for today this is enough. If you have any queries, please comment in my section. I will definitely respond to that. And last, thanks for watching.